Okay, ladies and gents, welcome to the Manchester Aquatic Centre here on day 2, session 4 of the Lancashire County Championships for 2019. These championships can only be taking place with the freely given time and efforts of our volunteers. The organisers would like to thank them for their hard work before, during and after the swimming, ensuring that the events are as trouble-free as possible. Thanks is also given to the management and staff of the Manchester Aquatic Centre for their cooperation and support. This centre is a no-smoking venue and includes the use of electronic cigarettes. To protect the environment, we ask that all rubbish be placed in the litter bins provided, whether on poolside or the spectators' gallery. And for the safety and comfort, you are advised not to leave any property unattended, as the centre staff will remove anything that is unattended. This afternoon's events are event 251, the men's 10 years and over 50 metres butterfly, 252, the women's 10 years and over 100 metres breaststroke, and 253 is the men's 10 years and over 400 metres freestyle. And then we have from 254 to 267 the finals of the afternoon's events. In the interest of fair play, we ask that you switch off or set to silent any mobile phones or pages. If one should activate or sound at the start of any race, it may jeopardise a competitor's position. We also ask for silence and no flash photography once the swimmers have been called to their blocks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome onto poolside, your team of technical officials. Our referees for this afternoon's session are Mr. Bob Thompson and Caroline Horton, and our starter is Kate Williamson. Officials, would you care to take your seats? Competition will commence in just a few moments. First event this afternoon is for the men's 10 years and over 50 metres butterfly. And there are 20 heats. And as usual, we start with heat number 1. Heat 1. So in this heat 1, we have in lane 2, Noah Lazenby Tracy from Stretford, Ollie Bottomley from City of Salford in 3, Samuel Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom in 4, Luke Brussels from St Helens in 5, Caleb Waldemar from Fleetwood in 6, and Burton Odek from Bridgefield in lane number 7. Into the finish. Samuel Sutcliffe had a good morning this morning. Started off in the same vein this afternoon, 35.90. And there we have confirmation of that result. And we move on to Heat 2. So in lane 1 we've got Daniel Codaverde from City of Salford. 2 is Kelsey Liu from Bolton Metro. Isaac Jones from Preston's in 3. Oliver Parry, Oldham Aquatics in 4. Dylan Foster from Southport in 5. Jacob Camden, City of Salford in 6. William Irving from Crosby in 7. And his teammate Ethan Kelly is in lane number 8. He's gone to Daniel Codaverde from City of Salford, Oliver Parry in second, 36.41. Confirmation of the result as we move on to Heat 3. P3 in lane 1, Joseph Ball, Fleetwood, Hagen Soul from Lancaster in 2, Lewis Gilbert, Flixton in 3, Joel Thompson from Southport in 4, Jaden Lim from Stretford in 5, Matthew Buxton, Isle of Man in 6, Greg Itcham, City of Salford in 7, and Andrew Clavis from Liverpool Penguins is in lane number 8. Coming into the last 5 metres, it looks like Lewis Gilbert. It is Lewis Gilbert, 36.12 from Greg Itchman. We wait for the confirmation of the results. There we have it. We have confirmation of that result as we move on to Heat 4. Lane 1, we've got from Liverpool Penguins, Luke Kernan. Lane 2, Nikolai Patera from Southport, George Sutton, also from Southport in lane 4, Thomas Simon from Bridgefield in 5, Oliver Crooks from Bolton Metro in 6, Ruben Kay, Leyland Barracudas in 7, and Eric Inman from Preston in lane number 8. And as we come into the last 5 metres, that was very, very close. 8 hundredths of a second between George Sutton and Thomas Simon. And we have confirmation of the results as we move on to Heat 5. Ruben Quayle, Bolton Metro, Emil Dawkins from Preston in 2, Robin Littler, Leyland Barracudas in 3, Robbie Bishop, Southport in 4, Matt Thompson, Pont Metro in 5, Evan Mayer Clayton from Flixton in 6, Annan Clark from Lancaster in 7, and Archie Dandy from Pont Metro in lane number 8. It's Matt Thompson, 33.40 from Robbie Bishop. And, there we have the confirmation of the results. Move on to Heat 5. And in this as Heat 6. Johnny Gibbs from Preston in lane 1, Owen Heathcote Jones from Carnforth in 2, Jake Christen from City of Manchester in 3, Adam Lindsay Ewell from St Helens in 4, Jack Parkinson from Fleetwood in 5, Bradley Snalen from Leyland in 6, Samuel Grimes, Wigan Best in 7, Callum Rollin from Southport down here in lane number 8, into the last 5 metres. It's Bradley Snalen, 31.25 from Jake Christen. And there we have the confirmation of the result as we move on to Heat 7. Heat 7. We have Luca Morelli, Blackpool Aquatics, William Haber Strong from Preston in 2, Maxwell Sturziker from Blackpool in 3, Eric Byrne, Garston in 4, Charlie Collins from Wigan in 5, Joshua Walker, City of Manchester in 6, Zwanky Guo from Aquabers in 7, and Connor Hartley from City of Salford in lane 8. As we come into the 5, it is Eric Byrne. 30.96. There's confirmation of the result. We move on to Heat 8. Sam Murphy is in 1, Alex Evanson is from Stretford in 2, Max Delaney, Leyland Barracudas in 3, Tom Arkwright from Leyland in 4, Oliver Tinkler, Wigan Best in 5, his teammate Liam Carey in 6, Toby Ransom, City of Manchester in 7, and Leyland Barracudas Jack Capelstone is in lane number 8. It's Liam Carey from Wigan Best from his teammate. 20.89, that's the confirmation of the result as we move on to Heat 9. City of Salford's Matthew Murphy, lane 1, Lewis 1, Bottle Metro with 2, Addison Beardsworth, Wigan in 3, David Fletcher from Fleetwood in 4, Zach Wormsley from Blackburn in 5, Jacob Scott from Wigan Best in 6, and his teammate Matthew Gregory in lane 7, Aidan Ainsworth from Aquatics is in lane 8. As we come down into the last 5 metres, it's Aidan Ainsworth from Zach Wormsley. Now we have confirmation of the result, so we move on to Heat 10. In lane 1, we've got John Arcangelo from Charlie Marlins, Ben Hall from City of Manchester in 2, Harry Atkinson from Liverpool Penguins in 3, Nathan Arthur, City of Salford in 4, Christopher Walker, City of Manchester in 5, Benjamin Harrison, Burnley Bobcats in 6, One-Eyed Tam from City of Manchester in 7, and Joseph Chapel from Fleetwood is in lane 8. Coming into the finish, lane 2, Ben Horton, City of Manchester from Joseph Chapel. There's confirmation of the result, heat 11. Is in lane 1, Ethan Nevin. Stretford in 2, Matthew Armstrong, Flintstone in 3, Patrick Braddock from Oldham Aquatics in 4, Cameron Jeffrey, City of Manchester in 5, Harry Robinson from Pioneer 79 in 6, Alexander Dillon, Southport in 7, and Lewis Crosby from Stretford is in lane number 8. Into the last 5 metres, it is going to be Cameron Jeffrey from Patrick Braddock, Matthew Armstrong. There's confirmation of the result. We move on to heat 12. We have a duo of swimmers from Ramsbottom in lane 6 and 7. It's Samuel Butterworth and Jonah Thomas Kelly. Oliver Taylor, City of Manchester is in 1. The duo of Joseph Stout and Thomas McCarthy from City of Salford are in 2. Oliver Sam Warmington is in lane 4, but it goes to Jonah Thomas Kelly. 28.66 is confirmed as result as we move on to heat 13. In this heat 13 we've got in lane 1 Caleb Griffiths. 2 is Daniel Abazari, 3 is Charles Kelly, 4 Matthew Boyle, 5 Kyle McKenna, 6 Daniel Holmes, 7 Matthew Spencer, 8 is Luke Suarez from Crosby. It's Daniel Holmes from Preston who takes it. There's confirmation of the result as we move on to heat 14. So in lane 1 we've got Christian Allen, City of Liverpool, Miles Paul, City of Salford, Jack Charman, Blackpool, Ruben Roboth from Keaton, City of Manchester, Toby Hill from Prescott, Ben Porter from Leyland Barracudas, Thomas Dixon from Crosby, and in lane 8 Nathan Holmes from Preston. Faster and faster, 28.34. 28.64, Nathan Holmes. There's confirmation, Toby Hill, as we move on to heat 15. This is 15, George Robinson from Preston and North Dakota Ravatali, The Burley Bobcats in 2, Robin Austin from Carforth in 3, Cameron Lamb from Bolton Metro in 4, Connor Dunkley from City of Manchester in 5, Matthew Rooney, Everton in 6, Ryan Coulthard from City of Manchester in 7, Benjamin Winterburn from Carforth is in lane 8, and it's George Robinson from Preston, 28.26. He takes it from Robin Austin, and that's confirmation of the results. Move on to heat 16. This heat, Real Quote from Preston, Ben Smith from Wigan Best, Ben Rogerson from Preston, Alex Keegan from Garston, Carrick Thompson, Alan Mann, Zach Smith-Shelley from Burnley Bobcats, James Hanford from Layla Barracudas, and Lewis Naylor from Orca. Coming to the finish is Ben Rogerson from Preston, from Carrick Thompson. There's the confirmation of the result, heat 17. We've got Alex Campbell, City of Manchester, Evangelos Zinarianos from Bridgefield in 2, Adam Newell from City of Salford in 3, Harvey Lowe, Isle of Man in 4, Jake Reynolds, Pioneer 79 in 5, Jack Roberts from City of Liverpool in 6, his teammate Tyler Melbourne Smith in 7, and Joshua Morrison from Liverpool Penguins is in lane number 8. As we come into the finish, it's a dead heat. Jake Reynolds and Jack Roberts, 28.45, 28.54 for Evangelos. Confirmation of the results as we move on to heat 18. Heat 18, Joseph Rees over the Aquatics, Ellis Clears, City of Liverpool, Adam Aki from Bolton Metro, Ewan McMurky, Alan Mann, Luke Kersley from Oldham Aquatics, Joseph Aki, Bolton Metro, Keenan Majai from Wigan Best, and Samuel Ellis from the City of Liverpool, make up Heat 18. And it's Ewan McMurky from Luke Kerslake and Adam Aki, 25.50, 26.27. There's the confirmation of the result, Heat 19. Now penultimate heat, David Rees from Oldham Aquatics, Thomas Dugdale from Carforth, Kieran Hennessy, Ormskirk, Jamie Ingram, City of Manchester, his teammate Alistair Stout. It's in lane 5, Billy Chewers, Preston is 6, Matthew Miles from Stretford in 7, Matthew Walker from Swinton is in lane number 8. And as we come into the finish, 26.13 goes to Jamie Ingram, City of Manchester with Alistair Stout. Slightly behind 26.63, confirmation of the result as we move into our final heat, Heat 20. As we get into the sharp end of this this event. Adam Jones, City of Manchester, Dylan Fairclough from Blackburn, Joel Watterson, Isle of Man, Sam Horrocks, City of Manchester, Samuel Goldrick, Oldham Aquatics, Peter Allen, Isle of Man, Joseph Niven from Southport, Anthony Wood from Blackpool make up our final heat as we come in to the finish. 25.51 is just outside our best time. 25.39 goes to Sam Horrocks. There's the confirmation of the results, and that brings to the end event 251. Our next event, 252, is for the women's 10 years and over 100 metres breaststroke. There are 20 heats. We start with heat number 1. This 20 heats that we have of the women's 100 metres breaststroke. You can almost take a deep breath now, and it's not as short as the 50 fly. We've got a bit more time. In this heat, it's Emily Bloxage from City of Salford, Lucy Button from Stratford, Kiara Hock from Aquabears in lane 4, Kirsten Bezic from Fleetwood in 5, Lucy Ball from Wigan Best in 6, and Rachel Partington from the City of Manchester is in lane number 7. But it's Kiara Hock from Aquabears. Turn first, just about 3 seconds in front of everybody else. She comes into the finish, probably just extending that lead a little bit more. To just over 5 seconds. So it's Kiara that takes it from Emily Bloxage. And then Lucy Ball. To give some appreciation to Rachel as she comes into the finish, into the last 5 metres. As we have confirmation of that result, we move on to heat number 2. this heat two. Katie Lee, City of Salford, is in lane one. Libby Grovestock, a teammate, is in lane two. Tara Mann from Preston and three. Rawlins from Southport in four. Ruby Cutter, birthday this week it is. Is in five from Wigan Best. Grace Robot from Keating, City of Manchester in six. Matilda Brimlow, Barry Nell in seven. Emily Davidson from Armskirk is in lane eight. Looks as though lane five's Ruby Cutter. She gets it from Harriet Rawlins and Zara Mann in 33.73. We have the confirmation of that result as we move on to heat three. As we get this heat three underway, we have the finalists for our men's 10 years and over 50 metres butterfly finals. In the 10 and 11 years age group, we have Kelsey Liu from Bolton Metro, Eric Kidman, Preston, Daniel Culavera, Verdi, from City of Salford, Archie Dandy, Bolton Metro, Samuel Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom, Oliver Parry from Alderman Classics, Joseph Ball from Fleetwood, and Dylan Foster from Southport. Reserve finalists are Isaac Jones from Preston and Caleb Waldemar from Fleetwood. In the 12 years age group, Lewis Gilbert from Flixton, Emil Dawkins from Preston, George Sutton from Southport, Chuan Bin Gao from Aquabet, Thomas Simon from Bridgefield, Ruben Quayle from Bolton Metro, Nikolai Patera from Southport, Luke Kernin from Liverpool Penguins. And reserve finalists are Oliver Crooks from Bolton Metro, Greg Itchman from the City of Salford. They're the finalists for the 12 years age group of the men's 50 metres butterfly. Coming into the finish, Stevie Warnock from Ruby Sweden. And Abby Unsworth. That's a confirmation of the results as we move on to heat four. Thirteen-year age group, Johnny Gibbs from Preston, Samuel Grimes from Wigan Best, Jake Christen, City of Manchester, Eric Byrne from Garston, Charlie Collins from Wigan Best, Maxwell Sturzica, Blackpool Aquatics, Joshua Walker, City of Manchester, Jack Heppleston from Layla Barracudas, and reserve finalists Callum Rollin, Southport, and Mark Thompson from Bolton Metro. 14 years age group, Ben Horton, City of Manchester, Joseph Stout, City of Salford, Caleb Griffiths, Crosby, Tyler Melbourne Smith, City of Liverpool, Liam Carey, Wigan Best, Ruben Robert from Keating, City of Manchester, Miles Paul, City of Salford, and Zach Wormsley from Blackburn. Reserve finalists Nathan Arthur, City of Salford, and Lewis Crosby from Stretford, and they're the 14-year-old age group. 15-year age group, Samuel Ellis, City of Liverpool, James Hanford, Layla Barracudas, Toby Hill from Prescott, Ellis Cleworth from Liverpool, Ben Rogerson from Preston, Jake Reynolds from Pioneer, Nathan Holmes from Preston, Conor Dunkley from City of Manchester, reserve finalists Oliver Taylor, City of Manchester, and Charles Kelly from Southport. As we come into the final 5 metres, it's going to be very, very close. Robin Jacobs, City of Manchester, from Ella Wadsworth, Wigan Best, That's the confirmation result as we move on to heat number 5. Just to go through, that was the 15 years age group. Just a reminder, Sam Ellis, Liverpool, James Hanford, Layla Barracudas, Toby Hill, Prescott, Ellis Cleworth, City of Liverpool, Ben Rogerson from Preston, Jake Reynolds from Pioneer, Nathan Holmes from Preston, Conor Dunkley from City of Manchester, and reserve finalist Oliver Taylor, City of Manchester, Charles Kelly from Southport. 15-year age group. 16-year age group, Alex Campbell from City of Manchester, Harvey Lowe from Isle of Man, Ryan Coltart from City of Manchester, Adam Jones from City of Manchester, Evangelos Zinarianos from Bridgefield, Daniel Abazari, City of Manchester, Alex Keegan from Garston, Cameron Jeffrey from City of Manchester, and reserve finalist Mason Galley from Southport, Joshua Morrison from Liverpool Penguins. That is his 16-year age group. 17-year age group, Peter Allen from the Isle of Man, Samuel Goldrick from Oldham Aquatics, Joel Watterson, Isle of Man, Samuel Orricks from City of Manchester, Ewan McMurkin, Isle of Man, City of Manchester's Jamie Ingram, Luke Kerslake from Oldham Aquatics, and Alistair Stout, the City of Manchester. Reserve finalist Kieran Hennessy from Ormskirk and Billy Dewhurst from Preston. And they are your 17 years and over age group. For your men's 10 years and over 50 metres butterfly finals. Head coaches, team managers, you have 15 minutes in which to withdraw any of your swimmers from those events. Heat 6. The last 25 metres. It looks like Lydia Metcalf from Flixton and Martha Miller are battling out for this first place as we go under the flags. It's Martha who's just managing to edge out in front. And there's Martha who takes it from Lily Metcalf and Heidi Wild, City of Salford. As we have confirmation of that result. And we move on to Heat 7. Heat 7. We have City of Salford's Lauren Bradley Holt in lane number 1. Emily Allen from Wigan Best. He's in lane 2, Rachel Baldwin from Leyland Barracudas. He's in lane 3, Kevin Wilson from the Bobcats. Lloyd Cronshaw, 79 in 5. Reese Bruns from Bridgefield. He's in 6, Nicole Lomas, City of Manchester. He's in 7, Lyra Holmes from Ashton-on-the-Line. The makes up the 8 down here in lane 8. The turn was Ellis Brothers from Bridgefield, from Emily Allen. And as we come into the last 15, it still is Elise Brothers. What looks like Emily Allen going to take second. Very, very close between Lyra Holmes and Lauren Bradley Holt. And it was Lauren that got the touch. And we have confirmation of the result as we move on to Heat 8. Ruby Owens from Garston, lane 1, Fiona Byrne, on skip 2, Rebecca Banda from Southport and 3, Ellie Howley, Carnforth and 4, Sophie Crooks from Bolton Metro and 5, Adia Tiernan from William Best and 6, Rhea Jacobson, City of Salford and 7, Grace Hyde from Bolton Metro is in lane 8. And the turn, Rebecca Banda from Southport, 38, 48. Only person under 40 seconds. She comes in 1:25.17. Just a couple of seconds in front of Rhea Jacobson, City of Salford. There we have confirmation of the result. As we move on to Heat 9. First 50, there's not much between all of the 8 swimmers. It looks as though Ashley Warner from Ormskirk won't get there for her chance. That's proved me wrong. Ella Bloxage touches first, 40.03 from Ashley Warner, 40.29. But everybody is within a second of each other. And as we come through the turn, through 75 metres, there is still not much between any of them. It looks like Ella Bloxage, she may just have a slight lead as we come into the last 15 over Abby Brennan and Ashley Warnock. As we come into the last 5, it's Ella Bloxage, Ashley Warnock, Abby Brennan. confirmation of that result as we move on to Heat 10. Georgia Ashton from Bottom Metro. Came in first, 125.53. Now we have confirmation of that result as we move on to Heat 11. Halfway turn. It's between Emma Flannery and Maisie Lurches. So just about a tenth of a second between them at the turn. As we come through 75 metres, just breaking away from the swimmers. Amazing. It's now just starting to pace out. A bit more of a lead, just over a body length. She comes into the finish. 122.81 from Emma Flannery. 125.12. Holly Scholes. Confirmation of the result. Heat 12. Heat 12, we've got Molly Cooper from Cosby, Megan Smith from Southport, Isabel Dow from Everton, in 3, Emily Morris from Garston, in 4, Gabrielle Parker from Preston, in 5, Emma Newton from Pioneer, in 6, Eleanor Priester from Southport, in 7, and Chloe Shaw from Wigan Best. Standing in lane number 8. Isabel Dowd from Everton. 39-2-1 from Emily Morris. Emily Morris just starting to come through at 75 metres. So Isabel has just realised that Emily's there. She's up to stroke rate, pushing for the wall. It's going to be Emily Morris from Isabel Dowd and Holly Cooper. Confirmation of the result. Heat 30. The 75 metres. Sarah Dodd from Ramsbottom, down here in lane number 8. It seems to just got herself a good lead now, just well over a body length, maybe 2 body length lead over the rest of the field. Prescott. And we have a disqualification to announce in lane 8 on this last heat. So heat 13, lane 8 was disqualified. To halfway. Looks like it's Hannah Canty from Southport, 37.57 for the first 50. And Eve Cattrall and Madison Rents. Just about a 2-second lead. Into the final 25. Stretching out this lead. Slightly more. Finishes in front of Madison. Confirmation of the result. There we have it. As we move on to heat 15. There's 15. Well, we've got Emily Gaskell. Big and best. Ella Stale from the Barracudas. Ashley Jolly, Pioneer 79 in 3. Natalie Charlesworth from Blackpool Aquatics in 4. Elizabeth Waring from Preston. In 5. Anna Healy from Prescott in 6. Kirsten Williams from Preston in 7. Lydia Jewers from Billy Burnley Bobcats. He's in lane number 8. Anna Healy and Lydia Jewers battling it out for the win. And as we come into the last 5 metres, it looks as though it might be Lydia. It is Lydia. (1994) from Anna Healy. We have confirmation of the result. Move on. Heat 15. Heat 16, we have Amy Harrison, Oldham Aquatics, Jessica Critchley from Garstang, Alana Carruthers from Metro, Elizabeth Wafer from Preston, Anna Marcantoni, Elizabeth Bailey from Blackpool Aquatics, Emily Elliott, Leyland Barracudas, and Amelia Sykes from Lancaster. They make up the 8 from Heat 16. Looks as though at the minute it's Carruthers. And then Elizabeth Wafer. Of that result. There we have it, Heat 17. Amarai Hawk into City of Salford's Josephine Stevens. 3, Tanisha Benet Smith from Bridgefield. Amy Grovestock, City of Salford. Lillian Ireland from Garston in 5. Tahira Collins. William Best in 6, Jessica Sunderland from Aquabears in 7, and Hannah Wang From City of Manchester is in lane number 8. Turn, it was Josephine Stevens, 37.83 from Lily Anna Ireland. Coming down into the last 15, there isn't much between any of the swimmers. These two, probably about a body length, half a body length in front of everybody else. But it goes to Josephine Stevens, then Lily Anna Ireland, and Jessica Sunderland. And that's confirmed as a result. Move on to our penultimate heat 18. Turn is Molly Woodhouse from Oval Aquatics. Turns first. And this, of course, the seeded events. Lucy Canavan from Aquaverse, 35.63, going well behind it. Confirmation of the result goes to Molly Woodhouse. We'll move on to heat 19. Heat 19, we have Kira Prentice. The man in lane 1, Alexandra Stringer from City of Manchester, 2. Rachel Hornby, big and best, in 3. Jessica Morgan from Southport in lane 4, turning first in 34.92. Jennifer Green, big and best in 5. Hannah Edwards from Carnforth in 6. Magdalene Bailey from big and best in 7. Martha Smith from Clitheroe is in lane 8, and it's lane 4 Jessica Morgan, who comes in at 1:14 from Rachel Hornby, 1:16.11, and Jennifer Green 1:17.55, and that's confirmed as a result. Heat 20. Burnley Bobcats, Lucy Dixon, City of Salford, Isabel Forrest, Pioneer 79, Anna Sheehan from Wigan Best, Denisa Elena Goggle from City of Manchester, Victoria Dawson, Southport, Lane 6, Leah Williams from Pioneer 79 and 7, Katie Rawnsley, and Prescott, lane number 8, 38.08. Coming to the last 5 meters, it is Denisa. Takes it from Victoria Dawson. Isabel Forrest. And that's confirmed as a result. That brings us to the end of event 252. Next event is 253. The men's 10 years and over 400 metres freestyle. There are 17 heats. Start with heat number 1. This first heat. Do the first 100. Liam Hardy. 121.46. Jacob Chambers. 129.03. So Hayden. So 293. And this one is from City of Manchester. Could we have a coach from Salford and a coach from Bolton to go to the timing suite as quickly as possible, please? So, a coach from Salford and a coach from Bolton. If you would kindly go to the timing suite, it would be very much appreciated. We have the finalists for the women's 100 metres breaststroke. In the 10 and 11 years age group, we have Zara Mann from Preston, Harriet Rawlins from Southall, Kiana Hock from Aquabears, Evie Warner, Ormskirk, Grace Jackson from City of Salford, Evie Cutter, Wigan Best, Alisa Boston from City of Salford, and Emily Bloxage from the City of Salford. And the reserve finalists are Katie Lee, City of Salford, and Libby Grovestock, also from the City of Salford. That is the finalists for the 10 and 11 years age group. 12 years age group, Caitlin Wilson, Burnley Bobcats, Ruby Swinney from Burnley Bolton Metro, Lola Cragg, Burnley Bobcats, Madison Rents, Crosby, Lisa Bazaggi, Bolton Metro, Ella Wadsworth, Wigan Best, Chloe Ridge, Wigan Best, Abby Unsworth, Wigan Best. Reserve finalists, Nicole Lomas, City of Salford, City of Manchester, Emma Gilmore from Oldham Aquatics. They are reserve finalists. And they were your finalists for the 12 years age group. 13 years age group, Holly Cooper, Crosby, Ella Bloxage, City of Salford, Jessica Sunderland, Aquabears, Anna Healy, Prescott, Hannah Canty, Southport, Emily Elliott, Lily Barracudas, Ashley Warnock, Ormskirk, Elise Bruns from Bridgefield. Reserve finalists, Adia Tiernan, Wigan Best, and Tilly Copeland from the City of Manchester. That's 13 years age group. 14 years age group, Tanisha Benet Smith from Bridgefield, Alana Carruthers, Bolton Metro, Katie Rawlsley, Prescott, Madeline Bailey, Wigan Best, Lucy Dixon, City of Salford, Jessica Murray, City of Salford, Charlotte Mead, Blackburn and Amarai Hock from Aquabears, with reserve finalists of Maisie Luchas from Bolton Metro, Amy Grovestock from City of Salford. The finalists for 14 years age group, 15 years age group, Kira Prentice, Alan Mann, Elizabeth Braley, Blackpool Aquatics, Elisa McElroy, Southport, Lucy Canava, Aquabears, Rachel Hornby, Wigan Best, Lydia Dewhurst, Burnley Bobcats, Letitia Ellis, Alan Mann, Emily Morris from Garston, and reserve finalists of Hannah Wang from the City of Manchester and Ellen Young from Pioneer 79, and they are your 15 years age group. There we have confirmation of the result for Heat 2. At 16 years age group, Amy Harrison, Auburn Aquatics, Anna Ashwood, Birmingham Bobcats, Ashley Jolly, Pioneer 79, Jessica Morgan from Southport, Jennifer Green from Wigan Best, Lily Anna Ireland from Garston, Tahira Collins from Wigan Best, and Abby Brennan from Bolton Metro. And reserve finalists Natalie Charlesworth, Blackpool Aquatics, and Holly Scholes from Flixton. That's a 16 years age group. 17 years age group is Hannah Sheehan, Wigan Best, Alexandra Stringer from City of Manchester, Victoria Dawson from Southport, Molly Roodhouse from Oldham Aquatics, Denisa Elena Grogu from City of Manchester, Isabel Forrest from Pioneer 79, Leah Williams, Pioneer 79, and Hannah Edwards from Carforth, with reserve finalists of Bethany McTaggart from Everton and Josephine Stevens from the City of Salford. And they are your finalists for the women's 10 years and over 100 metres breaststroke finals. Head coaches and team managers wish to withdraw any of your swimmers. If you do so within the next 15 minutes, it would be very much appreciated. Jonathan Waters from Blackpool Aquatics, from Archie Daniel, Bolton Metro, and Dylan Foster from Southport. confirmation of the result for heat number 2. Heat 3. This E3, we have Kelsey Newton from Bolton Metro. We're in lane 1, Sean Flanagan from Crosby. In lane 2, Daniel Croft over Aquatics. In 3, Lewis Gilbert from Flixton. In 4, Zhuang Ming Wall from Aquabears. In 5, George Sutton from Southport. In 6, Francesco Tomasello, City of Manchester. In 7, Ethan Naisbitt from Pioneer 79. Is in lane number 8. Return. Zhuang Guo from Aquabears. Having a good weekend actually. He's put some good times in. Some good races. He's out in front of Lewis Gibson. Lewis Gilbert actually, not Gibson. Just over about a second and a half. To halfway. Schweining, but is still out in front. And Francesco Tomasello just moved up into that second place. About 3 seconds in front now is Schweining. Extends his lead again. Francesco by just about another second. Swing strongly, keeping a nice even pace. These two moving away from everybody else. second and third growing as fast as first and second. As we saw that down this final 50, just dropping back slightly. Swanging wall, Alvarez comes in at 5:11. Came in on an entry time of 5:27.93. So it's around about 15-16 second PB. Just got Ethan to finish. Round of applause for Ethan. And there we have the confirmation result. Heat 4. confirmation of the result for Heat 4 is on the board. And we move on to Heat 5. So we've got a quick announcement to make that after Heat 9 there will be a swim-off for the glittering prize of second reserve in the women's 100 metres breaststroke 14 years age group. So that means we're going to have a swim-off for the second reserve place in the 14 years age group of the women's 100 metres breaststroke. This will be between Maisie Luchas from Bolton Metro and Amy Grosstock from the City of Salford. And like we say, that will take place after Heat 9. And before Heat 10. We have confirmation of the result for Heat 5, Heat 6. Down the first 100. It's Bradley Snaylor, 104.61. It's a good start to this 400. Let's hope that he can maintain that pace all the way through. Over in lane 1 we have Matthew Fullerlove from Southport. Lane 2 Thomas Boylett, also from Southport. 3 Matthew Haynes from Wigan Best. Nathan Lockett, City of Salford. Owen Salah from Southport. So heat full of Southports with us. Bradley Snaylor in lane 6 from Leyland Barracudas. Flynn Smith from Southport in 7. Nicholas Bracegirdle, also from Southport, in lane number 8. So 104 for his first 100. And then 114 for his second 100. But the main thing is that he's maintaining, if not increasing, his lead over the second place. Was 4 seconds, now it's up to around about 5-6 seconds. So as we come down to the 300 turn, still Bradley out in front, turning in 3:33. So that's we've gone out to 15 seconds. So we've gone 104, 114, 115. But he's increased his lead again, so it's 7 seconds around about this time. So maintaining that lead, including just sort of increasing it slightly. And as we come down this final 50, it looks as though our second, Owen Salah, Nathan Lockett, Matthew Haynes, are all putting in a bit of a spurt. They're not going to catch him. But as we come down into the finish, Bradley Snailham, 4:47. So it's a good splits. 114, 104, 114, 115, 114. But just easing back, obviously with having that big lead, just easing back that touch. Well, we have confirmation of the result as we move on to Heat 7. As we're Heat 7 of 17. Making up this heat, we've got Daniel Ainsworth from Blackburn in lane 1, Lewis Crosby from Stretford in 2, Owen Heathcote-Jones from Carnforth in 3, Thomas Hamlet from City of Salford in 4, Spencer Cragg, Burnley Bobcats in 5, Matthew Charlesworth, Blackpool Aquatics in 6, Mackenzie Ronson Horrocks from Carnforth in 7, and Robbie Bishop from Southport down here in lane number 8. It's 3 lanes almost in the centre, 3, 4 and 5. Owen Heathcote-Jones, Thomas Hamlet and Spencer Cragg. And they're the 1, 2 and 3 at the minute. Looks like Spencer Cragg just going to overtake Owen as we come into turn 3. So Spencer just stretching out that lead slightly, goes to about 2 body length lead now, 3 seconds. Still Owen and Thomas fighting for that second place at this moment in time. As we come down to the 300 turn. Spencer just in front of Bradley Snailham at this point. Bradley was 3:33. Spencer 3:32. Still these three out in front. He's increased his lead in about 7 seconds. As we come down into the final 5. 42.97. It's going to be what looks like Mackenzie Ronson-Horrocks coming through into second place. There's the confirmation of the results. Move on to Heat 8. Strong start by Vadim. 4:83. Reese was just coming up on his shoulder over in lane 1. Reese Windrow. It's just seemed to have eased back slightly. Went through in 1:4. 1:5, sorry, 1:5.62. As we come down into the halfway turn, this runner turns in 2:14.98. Just moving through into second place, Thomas O'Donnell from Southport, just overtaking Reese. Just dropped back now into to that third place. Long ranging stroke from Vadim Bosch. It's good use of the feet as he comes into the turn at 300. 3:26.39. So coming down this last 50. Entry time of 4:44.49. I think he's going to be well inside that. It's quite a good 7 seconds. As we wait for confirmation of the results, there we have it, as we move on to Heat 9. Through the 350 turn, Jamie Clayton, Burnley Bobcats, has led throughout. He's done a sterling job. There's Joseph Chappell from Fleetwood. He's making a play for this, for the win, but he's not going to catch him. We have the results on the board in Heat 9. Now we move on to our swim-off for the prestigious place of the second reserve place of the 14 years age group of the women's 100 metres breaststroke. In lane 4 we've got Maisie Luchas from Bolton Metro, and in lane 5 Amy Grovestock from the City of Salford. Through the first 25, it is Amy that's got the advantage at this moment in time. Maisie is coming back in it, coming into the turn. There's not going to be much between them, if anything at all. There isn't. 900ths of a second. That's as far as it gets. So it's all down to this final 50. Maisie just increasing her stroke rate. Amy on a long glide. I'd like to say they come through 75 metres and it is stroke for stroke. There is nothing between these two. Into the final 15. It looks like Amy just starting to put a bit of pressure on. It is going to be on the touch. There is nothing between these two. Absolutely nothing. Well swum, ladies. And there we have confirmation of that result, which goes to Amy Grovestock. As we return to normality, back to Heat 10 of our men's 10 years and over 400 metres freestyle. No William Horman has decided not to swim. But over in lane 1, Joseph Niven from Southport. Next to him in lane 2 is Connor Hartley from City of Salford. Joshua King from Bolton Metro is in lane 3. Jake Christen from City of Manchester is in lane 4. Lane 6, Thomas Morgan, Southport. Lane 7, Luca Morelli from Blackpool Aquatics. And in lane 8, down here, is Samuel Howarth from Aquabears. And as they come into the 100-metre turn, 104.53. From Joshua King, 104.80. Jake Kristen, 104.93. As we come down to the halfway turn, Sam Howarth is managing to keep that slender lead he has over Drake Kristen. Let's swap places with Joshua King just falling back, and Luca Morelli from Blackpool Aquatics just coming through. By the time we come down to 250 turn, .250. Still Jake Kristen. Joseph Niven just starting to come through. Over there in lane one. Not very far behind, just about a second. It's going to be Jake Kristen. He's going to turn first at 300 from Sam Howarth. And then Joshua King just finding his way back into the fight. I apologise, it is Jake Kristen, apparently. Easily mistaken, Mr. Robotham Keating, but thank you very much for as we come down into the finish. Jake Kristen takes it for 42.11 from Joshua King. Came through again into that second place. And there we have confirmation of the result. Heat 11. Fast start by Tom Arkwright from Leyland Barracudas, sub 30 seconds. That's Fraser Cook in lane 4. Just easing his way past at the first turn, 105.11. 105.44. So only 3/10 in it. As we've gone through 100 metres, it's quite even actually, as right the way across the pool. Nothing much in it. No definitive moves just yet. Everybody playing the cards very, very close to the chest. So still Fraser out in front, just about a second. Only about a body length's lead. Over Gabriel Taylor Rimmer from Bolton Metro, and also Max Delaney just starting to come through. There's Tom still hanging in there. So Max just moving up that one place from 4th into 3rd to 17.98. It's Fraser still hanging out there, 2.5 seconds in front, just that body length's lead. As we come down to the 300 turn, it's going to be Fraser Cook from possibly Max Delaney. It is Max Delaney. 3:35.0 from Gabriel Taylor Rimmer and Tom Arkwright. It is that early pace for Fraser, just starting to tell as we come down to the 350 turn. He still turns in first place, but there are now 3-4 swimmers that are up, biting at his heels as they come through, and it looks like in lane 6, Cameron Jeffrey from the city of Manchester has timed his swim to perfection. And he's coming through, and he's dragging Max Delaney with him as Fraser just fades towards the end. As we wait for the confirmation of the result, and there we have it, as we move on to Heat 12. So in this heat 12, this is lane 1, we've got Matthew Armstrong from Flixton, One-Eyed Tam from City of Manchester in 2, Jake Dauber from Wigan Best in 3, James Hanford from Leyland Barracudas in 4, Ryan Coulthard, City of Manchester in 5, Christopher Walker, City of Manchester in 6, Alexander Volkovoy from the City of Salford in 7, and Adam Newell, also from the City of Salford, is in lane number 8. Coming down to the halfway. Having a good swim. Adam Newell, City of Salford, down here in lane number 8. He's going to turn first. 2:11.56 from James Hanford. And then Jake Dauber. Turning at 300, Adam Newell still maintaining that lead over James Hanford. It seems a bit of an illusion. He looks further out than he actually is. I mean, he's only 2 seconds in front of James, which in fact actually he's not actually 2 seconds, he's only just over a second and a half. So it's very catchable in this last 50 metres. First 3, sub 4 minutes. And as we come down into the final 15, it looks as though Adam is going to hang on, but is James going to hang on to that second place? And it looks as though he is. Just Jake just running out of pool. Matthew brings up the completion of Heat 12, and there we have confirmation of the results. Heat 13. wait for the confirmation of the result. There we have confirmation of the result for Heat 13, Heat 14. This Heat 14, we have in lane 1 Ruben Robotham Keating from the city of Manchester. Next to him is Thomas McCarthy, city of Salford. Daniel Holmes from Preston in first place at the minute, turning on 60 seconds, just over. He's in lane 3, Thomas Hill from Southport. Lane 4, Cian Horan. Blackpool Aquatics in 5, Toby Hill from Prescott. He's in 6, Joseph Stout, city of Salford in 7. And Liam Carey from Wigan Best. He's down here in lane number 8. And as we come down to halfway, it's still Daniel Holmes, turning 209. 209.15 from Liam, 209.78. Just coming up onto his shoulder, Joseph Stout from the city of Salford. As they come into the 250 turn, not much between these first 3. Even the first 4 or 5 really. As Ruben's having a good swim over there in lane number 1. It's not letting our leaders get away. Always difficult to swim in the outside lanes. As we go through 300, it is Joseph Stout who's just eased his way through into that first place, 3:17.88 from Daniel Holmes. Liam Carey, Thomas McCarthy and Ruben. As Thomas has come through into second place, so our 2 City of Salford boys are leading the way on this. Liam having a good final 50, as is Ruben over on the far side. It's going to be touch and go who's going to get it. It is Joseph Stout from Liam Carey. Thomas McCarthy, Ruben Robotham Keating. confirmation of the result as we move on to Heat 15. Going through the first 100 metres up to the 150 turn. There's Max Adams, City of Salford. Just that slender lead over Ben Winterburn from Carforth. And Finlay Jones-Wright from Fleetwood. He's starting to stretch his lead now as we come down to the halfway turn. Looks to be building on that good start that he had. Started out on a 0.98, just on a 61 seconds. And then it's gone to 2.05, so it's 61.65. Second place though is looking a bit more ominous. Finlay Jones-Wright looks as though he's come through into second place and he's just starting to edge out a bit of a lead on the rest of the field. But Max has gone through 3:10, so that's 61, 65, 65. As he turns again on this final turn down this last 50. Finlay is just putting in a bit of a spurt. There's no way he's going to catch Max. There's a good finish. So 60, 64, 65, 66. As he splits. And there we have confirmation of the result as we move on to our penultimate heat, heat 16. Just a notice for our spectators, swimmers alike. The swim shop will be packing up around about when the finals take place, or the start of the finals. So that's about another 10-15 minutes-ish. So if you fancy getting some late deals, or there's something that you particularly need for next week, then do so. You have around about 10-15 minutes to go and get something from our male sports shop down in the foyer. So I think we've just got our first person, Carl McKenna from Leyland Barracudas. I think it's his first person to just jump under that magical 60 seconds for the first 100. 59.96. And Matthew Sylvester from Wigan Best following him on that in a 60-second dead. It is Matthew that's come through. He's gone 60.66. Kyle just dropping away that first 100 metres, obviously taking it out of him. So, Elliot Pickford has now moved across into second place, followed by Henry Moore from Southport. Down here in lanes 7 and 8, Ben Smith, also from Wigan, is coming back as we come through to 300. It's going to be very, very close down this last 100 metres. It's Matthew Sylvester. It looks as though he's now just being caught by Elliot Pickford. There was a second between them, but by the time we come down to the 350 turn, there isn't going to be that. I think it's going to be Elliot Pickford that turns in first. He does, from Matthew Sylvester and Henry Moore. Still all to fight for though. It's not over and done with by a long way. As we come down into the last 5 metres, it is Elliot Pickford from Matthew Sylvester. And then Ben Smith. So Wigan, second and third. As we move on We'll wait for the confirmation of that result as we move on to our final heat, heat 17. Through 200 metres, this is starting to become a very interesting race. Ewan Wilson from City of Salford, 2:02.46. Declan Hall from Wigan Best, 2:02.69. And Jack Bonsall from Blackpool Aquatics. As we come down to 300, still Jack Bonsall being followed very, very closely by Ewan Wilson. And third and fourth places, Declan Hall, Tyree Smith. As we come down into the finish, it is Jack Bonsall from Ewan Wilson. Bailey Harrison and Tyree Smith. As we wait for the confirmation of that result. There we have it. And so that brings us to the end of our heats or events for this afternoon. Our next set of events are event 254 through to event 267, and they are the finals from this afternoon's heats or events. And the first one, 254, is for the women's 10 and 11 years 100 metres breaststroke final. And so, for our first final, in lane 1, we have from Preston, Zaraman. Lane 2, from Southport, Harriet Rawlins. Lane 3, from Aquabears, Kiana Hock. Lane 4, from Ormskirk, Evie Warnock. Lane 5, from City of Salford, Grace Jackson. Lane 6, from Wigan Best, Evie Cutter. Lane 7, from City of Salford, Alisa Boslam. And in lane 8, from the City of Salford, Emily Bloxage. And these are your finalists for the women's 10 and 11 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Golden lanes of 4 and 5, Evie Warnock from Ormskirk and Grace Jackson from City of Salford. We'll just have a slight advantage as we come down to the halfway turn. Not much between them, 1/10 of a second, 1300ths, there or thereabouts. Come down through 75 metres. Evie just up in a stroke rate, starting to come through. But now, as Grace has just realised that she's actually there, she's now fighting back, and it's now stroke for stroke. As we come down underneath the flags, it's going to be on the touch. Who's going to get it? Is it going to be Evie? Is it going to be Grace? It's Evie Warnock, 200ths of a second. We said that it doesn't get much closer. And there we have the confirmation of that result. As we move on to our next final, which is for the women's 12 years 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, from Burnley Bobcats, Caitlin Wilson. Lane 2, from Bolton Metro, Ruby Swinney. Lane 3, from Burnley Bobcats, Lola Cragg. Lane 4, from Crosby, Madison Rents. Lane 5, from Bolton Metro, Lisa Bazaghi. And lane 6, from Wigan Best, Ella Wadsworth. Lane 7, also from Wigan Best, Chloe Ridge. And in lane 8, to make up the trio, from Wigan Best, Abby Unsworth. And they are your finalists for the women's 12 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Madison and Lisa swam really well in the heats. They seem to be as we come through 75. It is Madison Rents from Crosby with Lisa Bazaghi from Bolton Metro in second place. Third, it looks as though it might be Ruby Swinney, also from Bolton Metro. But the first place goes to Madison Rents of Crosby, Lisa Bazaghi from Bolton Metro, and Ruby Swinney. They make up the first three. And we have confirmation of that result as we move on to our next final, which is for the women's 13 years 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, from Crosby, Holly Cooper. Lane 2, from City of Salford, Ella Bloxage. Lane 3, from Aquabears, Jessica Sunderland. Lane 4, from Prescott, Anna Healy. Lane 5, from Southport, Anna Canty. Lane 6, from Layla Barracudas, Emily Elliott. Lane 7 from Ormskirk, Aisling Warnock. And in lane 8 from Bridgefield, Elise Bruns. They're your finalists for the women's 13 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Through the first 25, there's not much between them. Nobody's making that escape. It looks as though Anna Healy is maybe just about out in front, probably about half a body, if an arm's length in front from Prescott. 36.77. 37.55 for Hannah Canty. But as we come down into the final 25, Anna Healy is just stretching out slightly, but Hannah Canty starting to come back, coming down under the flags. It's going to be very, very close. It looks as though Anna's going to get it, but Hannah Canty is coming back really, really. It's 1600ths of a second. That's how close it finished. And there we have the confirmation of that result. As we move on to our next final, which is for the women's 14 years 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, from Bridgefield, Tanisha Benet-Smith. Lane 2, from Bolton Metro, Alana Carruthers. Lane 3, from Prescott, Katie Rawnsley. Lane 4, from Wigan Best, Madeline Bailey. Lane 5, from City of Salford, Lucy Dixon. Lane 6, from City of Salford, Jessica Murray. Lane 7, from Blackburn, Charlotte Mead. And in lane 8, from Aquabears, Amarai Hawk. And these are your finalists for the women's 14 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Turn, it looks as though it's between lanes 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. All very, very close. Looks as though it might be Madeline Bailey from Wigan Best. From Lucy Dixon. Katie Rawnsley. Katie Rawnsley starting to come back. She's got the faster stroke rate as she comes into the last 15. It is still Madeline Bailey, but they're coming back at her. Is she going to hang on? She is. I'm just going to say it's Lucy Dixon that gets second place. There we have the confirmation of the results as we move on to our next final, which is for the women's 15 years 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1 from the Isle of Man, Kira Prentice. Lane 2 from Blackpool Aquatics, Elizabeth Brearley. Lane 3 from Southport, Elisa McElroy. Lane 4 from Aquabears, Lucy Canavan. Lane 5 from Wigan Best, Rachel Hornby. Lane 6 from Burnley Bobcats, Lydia Dewhurst. Lane 7 from the Isle of Man, Letitia Ellis. And in lane 8 from Garston, Emily Morris. And they're your finalists for the women's 15 years 100 metres breaststroke final. As we get this final underway, just a call out for Caitlin McKenna. Could she come to the announcers table up here in the spectators gallery? So Caitlin McKenna, if you could make your way to the announcers table, it would be very much appreciated. As we come down to halfway, it looks like Lucy Canavan. It's 35.76 from Rachel Hornby. As we come through the final 25, it's still Lucy Canavan from Rachel Hornby. With Lydia Dewhurst down in lane 6. By the looks of it, there wasn't much between them at the end. There was only 1/1300 of a second between Lucy and Rachel. It's Lucy Canavan, Rachel Hornby and Lydia Dewhurst, and we have the confirmation of that result. As we move on to our next final, which is for the women's 16 years 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, from Oldham Aquatics, Amy Harrison. Lane 2, from Pioneer 79, Ashley Jolly. Lane 3, from Burnley Bobcats, Anna Ashworth. Lane 4, from Southport, Jessica Morgan. Lane 5, from Wigan Best, Jennifer Green. Lane 6, from Garston, Lily Anna Island. Lane 7, from Wigan Best, Tahira Collins. And in lane 8, from Bolton Metro, Abby Brennan. And they're the finalists for the women's 16 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Coming into the 50 turn, and it's Jessica Morgan from Southport, 34.83, turning in front of Jennifer Green and Anna Ashworth, Burnley Bobcats. Swimming strongly, good strong rhythmical stroke from Jessica Morgan. Come down into the final 5 metres. It's Jessica Morgan from Jennifer Green, and it's going to be very, very close for the 3rd place. Who's going to get it? It's Anna Ashworth, just from Lily Anna Island. And there we have the confirmation of that result. As we move on to our next final, which is for the women's 17 years and over 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, from Wigan Best, Hannah Sheehan. Lane 2, from City of Manchester, Alexander Stringer. Lane 3, from Southport, Victoria Dawson. Lane 4, from Oldham Aquatics, Molly Roodhouse. Lane 5, from the City of Manchester, Denisa Elena Gogu. Lane 6, from Pioneer 79, Isabel Forrest. Lane 7, also from Pioneer 79, Leah Williams. And in lane 8, from Carnforth, Hannah Edwards. And these are your finalists for the women's 17 years and over 100 metres breaststroke final. Down into the 5 metres before the halfway turn. It's Molly Roodhouse, 33.96. Turning in first in front of Denisa Elena. Molly seems to be just edging away from our other swimmers. Denisa Elena looks as though she's going to take the 2nd place, but 3rd place is It's going to be very, very close. It looks as though it might go to Isabel Forrest. It does. So Molly Roodhouse first, Denisa Elena Gogu, and then Isabel Forrest. And that was the 1, 2, 3. That's the confirmation of that result on the board. As we move in to our next set of finals, which is for the men's 10 and 11 years, 50 metres butterfly final. Okay. In this final, in lane 1, we've got from Bolton Metro, Casey Liu. Lane 2, from Preston, Eric Hinman. Lane 3, from City of Salford, Daniel Cordovera. Lane 4, from Bolton Metro, Archie Dandy. Lane 5, from Ramsbottom, Samuel Sutcliffe. Lane 6 from Oldham Aquatics, Oliver Parry. Lane 7 from Fleetwood, Joseph Ball. And in lane 8 from Southport, Dylan Foster. And these are your finalists for the men's 10 and 11 years 50 metres butterfly final. As we come down into the final 15, it's going to be very, very close between 4 swimmers, lanes 4, 5, 6 and 7. It looks as though maybe lane 4 Archie Dandy from Bolton Metro might just get it. He does, from Samuel Sutcliffe and Oliver Parry. And that brings on our next final, which is for the men's 12 years 50 metres butterfly final. In lane 1, from Flixton, Lewis Gilbert. Lane 2 from Preston, Emil Dawkins. Lane 3 from Southport, George Sutton. Lane 4 from Aquabears, Zhuangming Guo. Lane 5 from Bridgefield, Thomas Simon. Lane 6 from Bolton Metro, Ruben Quayle. Lane 7 from Southport, Nikolai Patera. And in lane 8 from Bolton Metro, Oliver Crooks. They are your finalists for the men's 12 years 50 metres butterfly final. Through the first 25, it looks like Zhuangming Guo from Aquabears. It looks as though he's going to take it. Just about a body length lead now as we come into the last 5. He does, he takes it, 31.61 from Thomas Simon and George Sutton. And there we have the confirmation of the result as we move on to our next final, which is for the men's 13 years 50 metres butterfly final. In lane 1 from Preston, Johnny Gibbs. Lane 2 from Wigan Best, Samuel Grimes. Lane 3 from the City of Manchester, Jake Christen. Lane 4 from Garston, Eric Byrne. Lane 5 from Wigan Best, Charlie Collins. Lane 6 from Blackpool, Maxwell Sturziker. And lane 7 from the City of Manchester, Joshua Walker. And in lane 8 from Leyland Barracudas, Jack Hepplestone. And they're your finalists for the men's 13 years, 50 metres butterfly final. First through the 25, looks like Jack Hepplestone down here at lane 8, but it's lane 4 for Eric Byrne and Charlie Collins as we come into the last 5. Eric Byrne from Charlie Collins from Joshua Walker. As we have confirmation of that result on the board, as we move on to our next final, which is the men's 14 years 50 metres butterfly final. In lane 1 from the City of Manchester, Ben Horton. Lane 2 from the City of Salford, Joseph Stout. Lane 3 from Crosby, Caleb Griffiths. Lane 4 from the City of Liverpool, Tyler Melbourne Smith. Lane 5 from Wigan Best, Liam Carey. Lane 6 from the City of Manchester, Reuben Robotham Keating. Lane 7 from City of Salford, Miles Paul. And in lane 8 from Blackburn, Zach Walmsley. And they're your finalists for the men's 14 years, 50 metres butterfly final. Through 25, it's still nobody showing out front to say that they're going to take this. It's going to be very, very close into the last 5 metres. It might be Tyler Melbourne Smith. It is Tyler Melbourne Smith from Joseph Stout, Caleb Griffiths. As we have confirmation of that result on the scoreboard, we move on to our next final, which is the men's 15 years, 50 metres butterfly final. In lane 1, from the City of Liverpool, Samuel Ellis. Lane 2 from Leyland Barracudas, James Hanford. Lane 3 from Prescott, Toby Hill. And lane 4 from the City of Liverpool, Ellis Cleworth. Lane 5 from Preston, Ben Rogerson. Lane 6 from Pioneer 79, Jake Reynolds. Lane 7 from Preston, Nathan Holmes. And in lane 8 from the City of Manchester, Connor Dunkley. And they're your finalists for the men's 15 years, 50 metres butterfly final. first 25, it looked like Nathan Holmes had just made a quick dash for freedom, but it looks like Ellis Cleworth, as we come into the last 5 metres, it's Ellis Cleworth from Toby Hill, from Ben Rogerson, as we have confirmation of that result. We move on to our penultimate final, which is the men's 16 years 50 metres butterfly final. In lane 1, from the city of Manchester, Alex Campbell. Lane 2, from the Isle of Man, Harvey Lowe. Lane 3, from the city of Manchester, Ryan Coulthard. Lane 4, from the city of Manchester, Adam Jones. Lane 5, from Bridgefield, Evangelos Zenarianos. Lane 6, from the city of Manchester, Daniel Abazari. Lane 7, from Garston, Alex Keegan. And in lane 8, from City of Manchester, Cameron Jeffrey. They're your finalists for the men's 16 years 50 metres butterfly final. Through the first 25, it looks as though it's Aaron Jones from the city of Manchester. It looks as though he might just have it. Second place is going to be a different thing though. So it is Adam Jones, 27.51 from Daniel Abazari and Evangelos Zenarianos. And that's a confirmation of that result as we move on to our last final of the day, which is for the men's 17 years and over 50 metres butterfly final. In lane 1, from the Isle of Man, Peter Allen. Lane 2, from Oldham Aquatics, Samuel Goldrick. Lane 3, from the Isle of Man, Joel Watterson. Lane 4, from the city of Manchester, Sam Horrocks. Lane 5, from the Isle of Man, Ewan McMurky. Lane 6, from the city of Manchester, Jamie Ingram. Lane 7, from Oldham Aquatics, Luke Kerslake. And in lane 8, from the city of Manchester, Alistair Stout. And these are your finalists for the men's 17 years and over 50 metres butterfly final. Looks as though it's Sam Horrocks that's has got that slight lead, probably only about an arm's length. It's going to be very, very close. It is Sam Horrocks from Joel Watterson from Ewan McMurky. And that is the confirmation of that result, which brings us to the end of our swimming for this weekend at the Manchester Aquatic Centre. Next week we shall be over in Liverpool for some more events, but I would like to thank all our swimmers and our officials. I would invite them to leave the pool deck.